distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy has led expected dignitaries at this occasion into the hall. On that note, may I respectfully ask that we kickstart today's events by respectfully standing to observe the Nigerian national anthem in opening. May we resume our seats, please? Thank you very much. The Chief Host, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, Fellow Nigeria Computer Society, Fellow British Computer Society, Fellow Institute of Information Management, and member Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria, our co-hosts, the Chief Executive Officers of the Ministry, the Chairman of this occasion, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, our special guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, His Excellency Babatunde Raji Fashola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, our special guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and Planning, Hajia Zainab Shamsuna Ahmed, the Chairman of the Project Review and Commissioning Committee, Directors of the Ministry, agencies and parastatals here present and represented, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you. My name is Uwa Suleiman, Mrs. I am the humble spokesperson to the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this epoch-making event, which is also a first of many firsts in the virtual commissioning of multiple projects aimed at transforming Nigeria into a digitalized setting. Ladies and gentlemen, having welcomed you proudly and happily, may I respectfully kickstart today's events formally by inviting the Chairman of the Project Commissioning Committee, Mr. Ayuba Shaibu, the Acting Executive Secretary, USPF, to give us his welcome address.
For the purposes of time and with the permission of the Honorable Minister, I want to stand on the established protocols. It is a special pleasure to have the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, with us here. Sir, we are delighted to have you with us. It is also a particular pleasure to have the action governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Zulum. Sir, we are delighted to have you with us. It is also a pleasure to have the workaholic Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Sir, we are delighted to have you with us. It is also my singular honor and pleasure to have the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, who is my former boss and is somebody that I refer to as a boss for life. So she's my boss for life. And Hajia Zainab Ahmed is somebody that has spent greater chunk of her public service career in the telecoms industry. And now she is the Minister of Finance. Hajia, you're welcome. To the CEOs of the parastatals under the Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy, we are delighted to have you with us at this occasion. And to the stakeholders and those who have joined us online, on behalf of the Ministerial Committee on the Commissioning of Digital Economy Projects for Digital Nigeria, you are welcome to this historic occasion of project commissioning. We are going to commission the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. As the event progresses, will commission 6 projects from 6 different locations. On behalf of the committee, I welcome you all and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, may I quickly invite the Managing Director, Galaxy Backbone, Professor M.B. Abubakar, to briefly give us his goodwill message. I am directed to inform the House that goodwill messages will be restricted to 2 minutes each. Thank you very much. Please may we welcome the MD Galaxy Backbone.
My distinguished Honorable Minister, in the person of Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Fantami, my guide, a dynamic minister, His Excellency, or Your Excellency, the Governor of Borno State, the Action Governor, Professor Babagana Zulum. In an equal way also, the Action Minister, that is the Minister of Works, in the person of Raji Fashola. My Action Minister, in the person of Hajia Zainab Shamsuna Ahmad, my fellow CEOs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think simply, since we only have only 2 minutes, what I can only say is that today's event is witnessing what we can describe as walking the talk. My distinguished minister, when he came in August, visually he's not just about to be just 1 year old, but then he is able to now bring to the glare his performances, to be able to achieve what Mr. President has promised Nigerians in June 20, that is 12 June 2019, that he has an agenda to lift out of poverty at least 100 million Nigerians. And I believe you will also agree with me that the commissioning of these projects, and if you also look at all these projects, their main purpose is to be able to achieve that. So we thank you, Honorable Minister, for all this. And for me, it's just to give a kind of a goodwill message. I will say, may God continue to uplift and support you in these activities and in your performances. Thank you very much.
In the same vein, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to respectfully call on the Managing Director, NigComSat, Dr. Abimbola Alale, for her goodwill remarks. Please may we welcome Dr. Abimbola Alale. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellencies. I don't know if my Honorable Minister, the Digital Minister, will permit me to stand on the protocol established by the spokesperson. So I'd just like to welcome you, Your Excellencies, for the support you are here to provide to my Honorable Minister. The launching or the commissioning of all these projects is actually a demonstration of the synergies is brought not just to the ministry, but to the rest of the cabinet. I can see, an array of demonstration. Our Honorable Minister of Finance and National Planning, and our Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, and of course the special guest, the Executive Governor of Borno State. And yes, my minister is already smiling. I'd just like to welcome you and to thank you for giving my minister support. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Indeed, the synergy amongst the agencies and parastatals of the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy under the leadership of Dr. Pantami is obvious. Please permit me to quickly call on the Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency, one of the regulatory agencies under the purview of the Ministry of the Honorable Minister. Malam Kashif Inua Abdullahi, CCIE. Please, may we welcome the DG NITDA.
Thank you. Please permit me to stand on existing protocol. Your Excellency, sir, the Chairman, today is another unprecedented milestone in our journey to digital Nigeria, led by my mentor and my boss, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. The unprecedented disruption by COVID-19 has made the need for digital economy more urgent, unlike before. Government operation, industry structure, and business are being disrupted. And the digitalization of digital economy, or the economy in general, is rapidly accelerated. Therefore, as we started the journey, the Honorable Minister is like he has forecasted something like this is going to happen. On 28 November 2019, the President launched the National Digital Economy Strategy and Policy, which has 8 pillars. Among them are solid infrastructure, which the Honorable Minister is going to commission 6 solid infrastructure projects today. So this has shown the commitment and the will and action in implementing the digital economy. In addition to that, we have done a lot in terms of the broadband plan and other initiatives. Therefore, I think the Honorable Minister for Budget and National Planning is here to witness the event and also for her to allocate more money to the ministry so that we can continue with the good work. And also for the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing to see what we have done so far in terms of right-of-way and also encourage people building infrastructure to take building the ICT infrastructure as part of the master plan, as it is done in other countries. Finally, I want to congratulate the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy for the giant strides so far. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Malam Kashif Inua Abdullahi, DG NITDA. Very quickly and respectfully, permit me to call on the Executive Vice Chairman, Nigerian Communications Commission, one of the regulatory agencies under the purview of the ministry, Professor Umar Garba Dambata. You're welcome, sir.
The Honorable Minister of Communications and the Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, I would like to, with the permission of the Honorable Minister, observe the protocol that has been so elegantly established. I would like to, on behalf of the board, management and staff of the Nigerian Communications Commission, welcome you to this important occasion of the commissioning of projects under the able supervision of the Honorable Commissioner of Communications and Digital Economy. These are projects that will lead to what we call the digital transformation of the country, of the economy, if you like. And what are the elements of the digital economy ecosystem? One of them is enabling policies and institutions. And I think it is very, very apt to observe today that we are about to witness the commissioning of enduring institutions that will lead to this digital transformation. I would like to congratulate the Honorable Minister and all invited guests for honoring our invitations to come and witness this epoch-making occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to the chief executive officers of ministries and of agencies and parastatals under the purview of the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. At this juncture, Honorable Minister, sir, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking brief remarks from representatives of agencies at project locations. And we will start with the representative from the Tertiary Institution Knowledge Center, Enugu State Polytechnic, Iwolo. Please, can we have the representative on? Thank you very much to the representative of the TIKC Center in Enugu. Very quickly, may we also may we quickly hook on to Lagos State, where, Honorable Minister, sir, I am pleased to inform the audience that the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos is on ground. He is happy about this project that has so graciously been domiciled within the institution grounds, and he is on ground and he is going to speak to us shortly. He is speaking from the Information Technology Development Hub located at the University of Lagos. Please, may we have the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos. Thank you very much.
So can we have the Vice Chancellor, please, from Lagos State University? University of Lagos, please.
While we await the chairman of the committee. Okay. Thank you very much, the Vice Chancellor, University of Lagos. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, let me respectfully call on the Chairman, Ministerial Projects Review and Commissioning Committee to coordinate the remarks from our representatives all over where the projects are located. Please join me once again in welcoming Mr. Ayuba Shaibu, the Executive Secretary of USPF. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. With the permission of the Honorable Minister, before we move to the next project location, which is Kaduna, I want us to go back to Enugu, Iwolo, where we just take remarks from the rector of the Polytechnic, please. Iwolo, Enugu State Polytechnic, Iwolo. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our next location is the NigComSat Northwest Regional Office in Kaduna, Kaduna State. Okay, sir. So, Kaduna NigComSat Regional Office. Okay, if the NigComSat Regional Office Kaduna is not ready, we will move to Emergency Communication Center. Okay. NigComSat Kaduna is. You just have 2 minutes, please. ECC, Kaduna again, Kaduna. Thank you very much, NigComSat Kaduna. Our next project location is the Emergency Communication Center in Kaduna, implemented by Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. ECC Kaduna, Mr. Giwa, you have 2 minutes, please.
IT Community Center, Daura, Katsina State. Daura in Katsina State, we move to the Information Technology Hub, domiciled in the campuses of the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Kaduna State. Honorable Minister, sir, distinguished guests and gentlemen, it is also my pleasure to inform dignitaries here present that the Vice Chancellor of the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Professor Kabiru Bala, is live with us from Zaria. With permission from the Honorable Minister. Okay. We're sorry for the technical glitch. May I, at this juncture, call on the chairman of the Project Review and Commissioning Committee, who is also the executive secretary for USPF, to do the next honors. Mr. Ayuba Shaibu again. Please, let us welcome the chairman back to the podium.
Thank you very much. Yesterday, I was talking to somebody, a Nigerian based in the UK. And our discussion centered on the personality of the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. Because he told me he has been following the activities of the minister since he became the minister. And coincidentally, day before yesterday, the Honorable Minister featured on a live program, Good Morning Nigeria. And that guy watched that program through NTA International. And what he was saying, that he is aware that the Honorable Minister is a scholar, but he had engaged several scholars, and his conclusion is when you engage them outside their area of specialization, sometimes, they offer very little. But he said the case with the Honorable Minister from the program he watched, the Honorable Minister discussed issues from the industry issues, digital economy, business, commerce, and politics. So I said to him, being well educated does not make one well informed. You have to have the intellectual curiosity to become well informed. And the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, has that curiosity. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami to the podium.
The chairman of this occasion and commissioning program, His Excellency, the Governor of Borno State, my brother and friend, His Excellency, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, an intellectual giant of the Federal Executive Council, Babatunde Raji Pashola, SAN, my elder sister and another intellectual giant of our council, Hajia Zainab Shamsuna Ahmad, the Executive Vice Chairman of Nigerian Communications Commission, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, the Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, Kashifu Inwa Abdullahi CCIE, the Managing Director of NigComSat, Dr. Abimbola Alale, the Managing Director of Galaxy Backbone Limited, Professor MB Abubakar, directors from the ministry and the parastatals, ladies and gentlemen of the press, all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. Good afternoon, and may peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. I am highly delighted to be here with you. However, my function at this juncture is to invite the chairman of the event and at the same time our two intellectual giants, the honorable ministers and the members of the Federal Executive Council, for special remarks. Firstly, the chairman has been invited to be the chairman of the event. To be fair, is based on the two reasons. Number one, our personal relationship. Yeah, he has been a very kind and generous brother to me, very supportive indeed, and very committed to all my activities. Professor and the Governor of Borno State has been very supportive to me in whatever I do in life. When I came here, somebody was jokingly telling me that I dress gorgeously. And I said to him, whatever you see with me from my cap and clothes is from the Governor of Borno State, Babagana Umar Zulum. He has been very supportive. Usually whenever he sees any dress that is good, he will buy and send to me. Most probably in the last 6 or 8 months, 80% of the clothes I wear is from him directly. So this is to show the support he has been rendering to me. Even last week when we spoke on phone, he said, I'm coming, which kind of dress do you need? I say, I can't tell you. He said, okay, I will know what to do. The last time he sent some clothes to me, I think is around 40 sets. This could be enough for me for maybe many years. But I took part of it and I gave it to some of my colleagues here, but I will not mention their names, but they know themselves. And secondly, since he became the governor of Borno State, he has been so passionate about using ICT to turn things around in the state. And it is one of the reasons why it facilitates even the deployment of another IT hub in Borno State University, which is going to be commissioned most probably in our subsequent programs. It is a world-class IT hub that we built in his state, and there are other projects ongoing there, and we have a project dedicated for IDPs where at least children are going to be trained on ICT to be providing skills and engage them, and we can use the opportunity to mentor them as well. Secondly, His Excellency, the former governor of Lagos State, and also the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, senior advocate of Nigeria, and intellectual giant as well, has been invited because we have a special program in Lagos State. And being a member of the Federal Executive Council, with these virtual activities, he is in the better position to represent his constituency here and also serves as a special guest of honor to this very important event. Professor, allow me to give him that title, even as a part of honoring him, that if you look at his intellectual output, you are not wrong if you address him as a professor. He's on his second term as the member of the Federal Executive Council, and we have been learning and benefiting from their experience and many more. We are most appreciative to have you here, my respected brother, Babatunde Raji Pashola. Thirdly, our elder sister, the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning. She is our elder sister, and this is her second term as a member of the Federal Executive Council. We are newcomers, so we are also learning from her experience, and usually, and at the same time, from her advice. Even last week, I was in her office, so I usually consult her from time to time on issues that deal with finance, economy, and many more. And to be fair, we have been learning from her experience and knowledge. Most of the projects to be commissioned today are from Kaduna State, like the Emergency Communications Center, handled by NCC, IT Hub in Abu Zaria, being championed by NITDA, and Zonal Office of NigComSat. These three projects are in Kaduna, being part of the Federal Executive Council, and according to the Constitution of Nigeria, 99 as amended, she is representing the good people of Kaduna State here. It is because of this we feel it is important for her to be here physically so that other people can join us from there virtually. So she is here as a special guest of honor, and at the same time, she was once part of ABU Zaria. She attended ABU Zaria for her degree, and her university is one of the beneficiaries of the project. This is another responsibility on her, so by implication, she is also representing her former university here. And I want to use the opportunity as well to thank three of them specially. Looking at the time frame, I sent the invitation to them. All three of them had to reschedule their activities to be here. Because by the time I reached out to all of them, I found out that they had another engagement at that exact time. But because of mutual respect and the relationship, all of them agreed to reschedule their activities and be here physically. This is highly commendable. And it is a clear indication that that mutual respect can do things that money cannot do it for you. And this is a clear indication of this. So I'm really honored to have three of them here. And at the same time, I want to use the opportunity to invite them one by one to come here and say some important messages to all of us, those that are here physically and those who join us virtually. I begin by inviting the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, our elder sister, Hajia Dr. Zainab Shamsuna Ahmad. You are welcome, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum. Let me especially respect the chairman of the occasion of today, His Excellency Governor of Borno State, Professor Baba Gana Zulum, and also my brothers at FEC, Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, and Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, EVC, NCC, ES, UPS, my brother Shaibu Ayuba, MDs of Galaxy and NigComSat, and the DG of NITDA, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and privilege for me to be here for a number of reasons. One, the COVID-19 pandemic has forced us, compelled us to change the way we do things. Most of our work now is being done digitally. And to be honest, on my part, I can say our work did not suffer much because we were able to use digital means to continue to work. Whether we like it or not, disruptive technologies are here, and we either adjust and embrace them, or we will be left behind. So I'm really excited that today, this particular event is expanding the footprints of digital economy across the country, enabling us to rapidly expand the digital economy all over the country, but especially these three projects that are taken to my state. Let me start by thanking you, Honorable Minister, and all of your team for bringing the Emergency Communications Center in Kaduna, the IT hub in my alma mater, ABU Zaria, and especially the NigComSat Northwest Regional Office in Kaduna. You might have noticed that Kaduna has been one state that has embraced technology very, very quickly, even before we had this crisis. The governor has a very young workforce, and all of them are digital savvy. So it is really beneficial that you chose to have the UPS projects up to 3 in Kaduna State at the same time. This will help our youths to expand their intellectual curiosity. It will aid learning, and it will also enhance the delivery of not only healthcare services, but several services for the people. We have the need to continue to encourage the communications and digital economy to do more of such, so that our teeming youths that are eager to embrace new technology have an opportunity to so embrace the technology to advance their futures, to develop as entrepreneurs, and to themselves be employers of labor through the embracing of digital technology. I want to thank you once again for inviting me here. It is an opportunity for me to have witnessed this event, having failed to be at the commissioning of the plan that was done, the digital economy plan that was done. So when you called me in the evening, I was on my way home in the night, actually. I said, okay, this is an opportunity to pay back, but I didn't know that there were up to 3 projects for Kaduna. So I'm really glad I came. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So thank you very much for your special remarks. Please permit me to invite the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, our respected brother, Babatunde Raji Fashola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and intellectual of Timber, Caliber, and Caterpillar.
The chairman of this occasion, very admirable Professor Zulum, the governor of Borno State, the Honorable Minister for Finance, Budget and National Planning, the CEOs of NCC, NITDA, Galaxy, and NigComSat, and of course, my brother, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. Let me thank you for also inviting me. And I got my invitation also last night after a very long Federal Executive Council meeting. And like the Minister for Finance, I missed the launch of the master plan for the broadband and digital footprint of the country, but I've been following and actively involved in it. But let me say that one reason amongst many that decided it for me was the infectious enthusiasm parts of the country. They are not visible to people, but inch by inch, day by day, week by week, month by month, the speed of our internet access will grow, the quality of our service will improve, and we will see the kind of Nigeria we all wish for. Thank you very much, and congratulations, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing. Please permit me to invite, as you said, the active governor, the governor of Borno State, my brother, and also a respected one indeed, in the true sense of the word, Professor Babagana Omar Zulum, who happens to be the chair of this occasion. Your Excellency, you are very much welcome.
Distinguished ministers of the Federal Republic here present, under the Ministry of Communication, other invited guests, distinguished gentlemen and ladies, members of the press here present, good afternoon. It is my singular honor and privilege to be the chair of this very important occasion of the virtual commissioning of 6 infrastructural projects established by the Ministry of Communication under the distinguished leadership of the Honorable Minister of Communication, Honorable Ali Fantami, aimed at promoting digital economy in Nigeria. Let me speak from my experience as the governor of Borno State. The root causes of the insurgency in Nigeria is not limited to pandemic, poverty, pervasive illiteracy, high unemployment rate, poor social infrastructure, poor economic infrastructure, climate change, drug abuse, among others. Therefore, the establishment of these 6 projects in the country will no doubt create employment opportunities to our teeming population growth, thereby stimulating economic growth and enhancing gross domestic GDP of our dear country. Honestly speaking, not because the Minister of Communication is here with us, the activities of the Ministry of Communication was not well known to all of us, many Nigerians, before his arrival as the Minister of Communication. We have applauded his competency in handling the affairs of the ministry. He gingered the performance in his ministry that makes it possible for him to achieve a lot during his good works that he did when he was the governor of Lagos State. I was a student from the University of Ibadan doing my postgraduate studies during 1997 to 1998, and then during the 1999 to 2000 at the University of Ibadan. Honestly speaking, I was in Lagos in the 1940s, 50s, 1995, 95, 96, 7. The monumental changes that he has made in Lagos need not to be overemphasized. Passing through some of the congested locations in Lagos when compared to what was seen after his tenure need not to be emphasized. The line of demarcation is very distinct and cannot be crossed. And for all the good work that he has been doing in the northeastern sub-region, on this note, once again, I wish to express my sincere appreciation to the Honorable Minister for inviting me as a chair of this very important function. We are wishing you all the best in your undertakings. Thank you very much.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I respectfully ask that we specially appreciate our special guest of honor, the Executive Governor of Borno State. Thank you very much, sir. Before I do the honors, the next honors, may I quickly and respectfully join the stand of my bosses who have spoken here before me. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman, sir, honorable ministers present, it is one thing to say something, and it is another thing to follow it through. There is enough evidence nationwide and in fact globally that the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, who is our chief host here today, always backs the talk with action. Recently, at a program which was referenced by the chairman of the committee here earlier on, he made a statement. Before he made that statement, he had already been strategizing, putting strategies and initiatives in place to make that happen. He said the aim of a digital economy is to integrate each and every part of the economy and society into a digital economy, starting from education, health, agriculture, and indeed all aspects of the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, the integration and push to say charity begins from home. And this can be seen in the synergy and drive that has been renewed amongst the agencies and parastatals under the purview of the Honorable Minister. For instance, everything we are doing here today comes from the agencies and parastatals under his supervision. Mr. Chairman, sir, the connectivity we are using here today was provided by the Nigeria Communications Satellite, NigComSat, which is a parastatal under the purview of the minister. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite you to join me in honestly, heartily, proudly, and happily welcoming my boss, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, Fellow of the Nigeria Computer Society, Fellow British Computer Society, Fellow Institute of Information Management, and member of the Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria, as he gives us his special remarks and commissions the multiple projects, which in itself is a first to the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy.
I think, Uwa Suleiman, by 2023, you need to travel to Edo and join politics. The chairman of the occasion, the governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umar Zulum, the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola, the Honorable Minister of Finance, Hajia Zainab Shamsuna Ahmad, Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, my colleagues from the parastatals, the chief executives of NCC, NITDA, Galaxy, NigComSat, USPF, and the directors of the ministry, all other protocols duly and respectfully observe. Good afternoon, and may peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you once again. It gives me a great pleasure to be here with you in order to commission some of the projects executed by the parastatals under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. As you all know, or I have been emphasizing, I'm trying to restrict the activities of our ministry to be more on policy direction, supervision, and bringing synergy among the parastatals under the ministry. And this is in order to reduce unnecessary distraction and conflict. Because when ministry intends to execute most of the activities, sometimes you will clearly see an overlap between the ministry and the parastatals it supervises. It is because of this I strategically focus more on focusing on the policy, improving the performance of the parastatals, and trying to bring synergy among them. It is part of the policy of the federal government of Nigeria under our boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, that we came up with National Digital Economy Policy for a Digital Nigeria. In this document, you will discover that we focus more on the three focus areas of our boss. Number one, economic development. Number two, security. And number three, anti-corruption. These three areas are well captured and addressed in our national digital policy and strategy for a digital Nigeria. In that document, which has been unveiled and launched by Mr. President on 28th of November 2019 at the International Conference Center here in Abuja, has 8 pillars. And if you look at these programs that are to be commissioned here, they are directly attached to these pillars of our national digital economy for a digital Nigeria. These 8 pillars are: number one, developmental regulation. Number two is solid infrastructure. Number two is digital skills. Number three is solid infrastructure. Number four is service infrastructure. Number five is digital services promotion and development. Number six, soft infrastructure. Number 7 is digital society and emerging technologies. Number 8 is indigenous content development and promotion. These are the 8 pillars that we have captured in that document. And if you follow these projects that are to be commissioned, you will discover that they are directly attached to the pillars of this policy. Developmental regulation. We came up with so many regulatory instruments through our regulatory bodies that are to facilitate the development of digital economy in our country. Under digital skills, number 2, like our IT hub in Lagos and that of ABU Zaria, that of University of Lagos and Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, they are world-class centers in order to promote digital skills. Not only digital skills, they are part of number 3, solid infrastructure, and at the same time, they are part of digital services, and also they are part of digital society and emerging technologies, and they are also part of pillar number 8, try to promote our indigenous content. So these 2 centers are world-class centers that have been established in order to promote our digital economy. Furthermore, these 2 projects were started while I was in NITDA, and we have selected these universities in order to be the center of our excellence, where at least young innovators can easily be identified, they can be supported, they can be mentored, we can provide seed fund for them. We try to identify their products. When they are developed, they are incubated. We try to link them up with relevant public institutions that they need them so that it can be deployed. So this is part of the strategy we have been implementing now. So these are world-class centers in addition to IT Community Center in Daura, which is another center of providing that one digital literacy. It is a center of digital literacy because it's part of our plan to ensure that around 90% of our citizens are digital literate in the next few years. It is because of this, even during this pandemic, we established 2 virtual institutions. Number 1 is digitalnigeria.gov.ng and digital.nitda.gov.ng. Through these 2 institutions, these virtual institutions, where there are world-class courses for our teeming youth. From the inception of the academy during the pandemic to date, over 33,000 Nigerians have enrolled into the academy. And what will make you to interested more is if you look at the quality of skills being provided from IBM, from Microsoft, from Huawei, from many world-class institutions. You can enroll online and acquire knowledge of cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, cloud computing, 5G, and many more. So far we have over 33,000 Nigerians who have enrolled, and it is part of our promoting digital skills. Furthermore, there are many ongoing, at least trainings that we are providing for Nigerians, some in the area of high-tech, agric, which is another area that we feel there is need for our agric to be integrated into digital sector so that we will try to enhance the productivity and the efficiency of the sector. I have been given this example many times, that a country like the Netherlands, their population, to be fair, is not more than that of either Lagos or Kano. If a census is to be conducted, their population could not be more than that of Kano State or Lagos State. And if you look at their landmass, completely is not up to the landmass of either Niger or Borno State. Niger is around 76,000 square kilometers, or that of Borno, which is the second in the country, around 72, or Taraba, which is the third, or Kaduna, the entire landmass of the country. But what they have generated through agric, high-tech agric, where they have integrated emerging technologies into the sector, in 2018, what they have generated is over 120 billion euro. More than 10 times what we have generated through our darling oil and gas. And this is only through agric. And even in 2019, it's the same statistics. But look at the landmass and look at their population. So that is why I had been saying this, that in Nigeria, what we are lacking is not certificate, but rather skills. Today, we have many graduates of first class in electrical engineering, computing, IT, but if you present any challenge before them, you will see them wanting. Why? Because we are so much attached to certificate. Students on campus, what they are trained to do is just to graduate with first class or second class. If you look at our practical courses, they are almost empty. Some of them are obsolete of 1980s and 90s. While in the digital world, even a curriculum of 1 year could be obsolete, the way the sector is advancing. So that is why the entire focus of the world today in the developed nations, including developing nations, but that degree cannot in any way validate the skills I have acquired, then the aim has been defeated. You have two alternatives, two options. One, a graduate with first class degree, but he cannot do the work that is required. On the other hand, you have someone who just obtained his WAEC, and he can do the work for you. Which one are you going to choose? The WAEC. Because what is important is you need someone that can do the job, not the certificate he obtains. So this is the direction of the world, but we fail to understand this within our own society. And I think there is need for us to engage our youth and reorient them more to understand that the focus now is on skills rather than the certificates we worship, certificates that sometimes cannot validate the knowledge we have acquired. So I think this is some of the strategies we have been working on, trying to focus more on providing skills. By providing skills, you have many entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs are potential employers, because if you provide them with entrepreneurship, after graduation, what they need to do is to establish their own entrepreneurship and recruit others. So by implication, you are producing potential employers. But by only providing university degrees that cannot validate their skills, you are producing potential employees, and you don't have any vacancy to accommodate them. Just only JAM registration, around 1.8 million people got registered for JAM this year. Let's assume 1 million out of this graduate. Where are you going to accommodate them in our country? Which job opportunity do you have for them? We don't have it. So that is why we need to think outside the box. Instead of continue to produce potential employees, let us change our direction to producing potential employers, that their perception after graduation is to establish their entrepreneurship and at the same time recruit others to work for them, which I think is very important. Apple as a company or Amazon as a company, their total number of employees is more than our country as a nation. MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, because of that approach, the GDP, gross domestic product of MIT as an institution, their serial entrepreneurs, is over 5 times the GDP of Nigeria as a country. In 2019, MIT only, through their serial entrepreneurs, their GDP is over 2 trillion USD. Over 2 trillion. It's more than the GDP of India itself. Why? Because the approach is on skills, digital innovation and entrepreneurship. And it is because of this, you will see their GDP is always encouraging. So that is what we need to focus, and it is the reason why we emphasize more on digital skills. And the project is also part of a solid infrastructure. As my respected elder brother here, the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola, observed that there are ministers, many ministers that are supposed to provide infrastructure, not only his ministry. And I believe we have that perception. Whenever we talk of infrastructure, we talk of his ministry. Yeah, we are mandated to provide infrastructure, but I think he should be the leader so that we can only support him with what we can. So it's part of that solid infrastructure, this project. And it's also part of a service infrastructure, because if you look at part of them, you will discover there are many projects that fall under service infrastructure. And so in summary, this is part of the implementation of our own digital economy for a digital Nigeria. On 19 March 2020, we also unveiled and launched our national broadband plan, which has been done by our boss, Mr. President. It could be the actual time because it was the time we have West African submarine. So it could be the baseline. So from 2002 to 2010, when we have Glo 1 and Main 1, up to 2019, broadband penetration was around 31%. But now with the effort of our regulatory bodies and the ministry itself, by end of last month, the broadband penetration was up to 40%. So what we achieved in less than a year is up to 10%. But if you compute the previous years, you will discover in some years, the penetration was not more than 2%. But in less than a year now, almost 10% of broadband penetration has been achieved in Nigeria. So our target by 2025, based on the plan, we want to ensure that 90% or a minimum of 90% of our population will have access to broadband. In our cities and our urban areas, it should be 25 MB per second, while in our rural areas, at minimum of 10 MB per second. This is what we have set as our target. And so far, we are on track in delivering that. And so this is what we have been doing, and we are able to address some of the challenges that are impeding the broadband penetration in the country, like the issue of right of way, which we are also working with the Minister of Works and Housing to see how that can be facilitated as well. Besides our meeting with governors and the way they have been given waiver for right of way and the critical national infrastructure, which Mr. President has mandated security institutions to protect our infrastructure. These are the two major challenges. And the third one, I think, is the issue of multiple taxation, which I will engage my elder sister, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, to see how the issue can be resolved. These are the major issues we have inherited. With all sense of modesty, before we came on board, some of the issues had been lingering for over 15 years ago. But within less than a year, with all sense of humility and with the support of our colleagues in the parastatals, we are able to resolve almost 95 to 100% of them. So this is, in summary, what the project is all about, and we do hope that with this commissioning, the beneficiaries, particularly those living in the cities where the projects are domiciled, will be able to use them. We had been executing many projects without commissioning, and I discovered that when you execute a project and hand over without commissioning, you'll discover many people, even within the community, they are not aware of the project. But when it is commissioned, it will make publicity, and through that publicity, people living in the community will be able to utilize the center. That two centers established in University of Lagos and ABU, for example, they are not only for the universities, but for the entire community, because they are centers where our young innovators are going to be identified and be supported. So it is because of this, our wisdom of placing the centers is not just for the institution, but the entire community, including neighboring states, can be able to utilize them. Emergency Communication Center, even if you are not an indigene of Kaduna, you may wish to use the center in the case of an emergency by dialing 112, which is very important. So the project is beyond what you are. There is always room for improvement. When I commend you today, by tomorrow you are anticipated to improve. If you repeat what you have done today, tomorrow, and next week, and next year, then definitely that effort will not be commended. So we always commend and encourage in order to redouble your effort and do more for Nigeria and Nigerians. We are all representative of President Muhammad Buhari. We pray to Almighty to make him very successful and to deliver all his promises and mandate. With these few remarks, I will join my colleagues here to officially commission all the projects.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for the purposes of time, we will, out of the 6, we will have 3 on board for commissioning. So the first is the Emergency Communication Center in Kaduna. Emergency Communication Center in Kaduna. Giwa, can you hear me? Okay. Kaduna is, yes, sir. Yeah. Now you just direct him to either unveil or cut the ribbon on your behalf.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, on behalf of our boss, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as the Minister in charge of communications and digital economy, I therefore commission emergency, is it communication center? I think this is zonal office.
ECC Kaduna.
I think this is NigComSat zonal office, because this guy with face mask is the one who spoke there. Or this is ECC. So I therefore commission this project, and I pray to Almighty to make it beneficial to the country. So you can unveil it now. So thank you. Next.
The next is University of Lagos. University of Lagos.
Are they set, please?
Yes, yes. You just instruct them to cut the ribbon.
So I think we are virtually now in the University of Lagos for commissioning of IT hub there. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, on behalf of our boss, Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I therefore commission Lagos IT Hub, and I pray to Almighty to make it very successful and beneficial to students of the university, indigenous of Lagos, and entire Nigeria. So you can unveil it, please. You can unveil, please.
You can unveil the plug.
You can please unveil the plug. Just open it, please. She can't hear us. There's no problem. We can move to another center. There's no problem. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, unveil.
Unveil it, please. If you can hear us, please. Okay, let us go to another place, please.
Okay.
Then we move to Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria.
ABU, please.
ABU, please. It's okay. Okay, we are in ABU, Zaria. Great. Excuse me, what are you saying, please? I can't hear you. Oh. So in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, on behalf of our boss, President Muhammad Buhari, the President. Do we need to go there again? Okay, so go just for a minute. I just want us to release our chairman and the special guest of honors. This is one for Daura. No, this is Emergency Communication Center. So on behalf of our boss, Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, I therefore commission the Nigerian Communications Commission Emergency Communication Center in Kaduna, and I pray to Almighty to make it beneficial and be at least a source of improving the security of lives and property in the state and in the country. Next, please. We move to Daura. Let's move there, please. Okay. So in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, on behalf of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our boss, I therefore commission IT Community Center in Daura, Katsina State, and I also pray to Almighty to make the center beneficial to the community and the country in general. So you can unveil it, please. You can open the place, please. So thank you very much. Next, please. That is all? Okay, we can go to Enugu Polytechnic, Iwolo. Yes. We can move to Enugu, please. Yeah. So in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, on behalf of our boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I therefore virtually direct you to cut the ribbon on his behalf. And we pray to Almighty to make the center beneficial to the Polytechnic, the community, and the country in general. Thank you very much. I think that is all. Last one, NigComSat, Northwest Zonal Office, Kaduna. Okay, so we are there. So, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, on behalf of our boss, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, I therefore commission NigComSat Northwest Zonal Office in Kaduna. And you can open it, please, on behalf of Mr. President. You can just open it.
You can open the plus. Yeah. Open.
Yeah, you can open the, please open it. So we pray to Almighty to make it beneficial. Thank you very much, really. With this, I want to use the opportunity once again to thank our chairman, the governor of Borno State, and the two special guests of honor, our Minister of Works and Housing and our Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning. We are most appreciative, and we pray to Almighty to reward all of you immensely, and may He continue to guide you and make your lives beneficial to the country and to humanity in general. We are really honored with your presence here. And same to my colleagues, the chief executives. We wish you Allah's guidance and to continue to make your life beneficial to the country and humanity in general. Thank you very much all.
I would like to quickly announce that immediately after the national anthem, which signifies the close of this event this morning, there will be a group photograph with the Honorable Minister, the Chairman, the special guests of honor, and the CEOs of the various ministries and parastatals under his purview. And the photographers have said that this is a very good place for them. So that's the order of the group photograph. On behalf of my boss, my teacher, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, we say thank you to Mr. Chairman and to the special guest of honor for accepting to be here today. On that note, may I respectfully ask that we rise for the Nigerian national anthem in closing. Please, can we switch off the backdrop so the light doesn't affect the photographs? Thank you.
No, I release you.
No, let me.